Hey, now how's it? We're in Towson, Maryland, inside Rousseau Stadium on the campus of Calvert Hall for two undefeated squads getting together today as Boys Latin comes to play Calvert Hall. Thank you for joining us. I'm Corrigan, and that's Bob Shriver. Coach, a lot of action so far in the season MIAA-wise. Talk about these two teams and how we've arrived at undefeated.
Both of them have had tremendous starts. They've both beaten McDonough, who many people thought was the number one team coming into the season. So we're looking at both teams trying to secure the number one seed in the playoffs, because the number one seed team will probably avoid McDonough in the semifinals because they're going to be 3, it looks like.
That's how we look ahead. Let's look towards today for the visiting Boys Latin Lakers. Who is going to rock the Casbah?
Well, we'll start with Jake Glatz, face-off man, number 9. He's capable of dominating the game, but if he doesn't dominate the game, he'll compete like crazy. He didn't do a great job against McDonough, except in overtime he popped the first face-off and scored the winning goal. Number 40, Reagan McNamara, is just a sophomore, but he's been starting since he's a freshman. He's a defenseman, and he really is the glue back at the defensive end. I think we're going to see BL play a little zone. They played Calvert Hall in a zone last year, and Reagan will be the guy that's responsible for keeping everybody in the right spot. And behind Reagan is goaltender Chris Brandow, Matt's brother, and Chris, number 35, has had a sensational year. And if BL does elect to play zone, one of the reasons is because they know they have a tremendous goaltender behind the zone who's capable of stopping most 10, 15-yard shots.
And Calvert Hall did not just stumble upon arriving at 6-0. Who do you like today for the Cards?
Well, we'll start with their goalie, number 1, Liam Dara. He also has had a terrific year. When we did the Calvert Hall McDonough game earlier in the year, Liam was sensational. He's a big body kid. He stops a lot of shots with his body. You've really got to shoot the ball accurately to get it past him. In the middle of the field, no, I apologize, not in the middle. Well, actually, he plays in the middle of the field. Yeah. Number 5, JT Bugliosi. While an attackman, you'll watch him play offense today, and he's up at the top of the box playing in the middle of the midfield. And it's because he's such a dangerous shooter, both right and left-handed, and he is a tenacious competitor. Finally, down on the attack, junior attackman Jacob Kelly's their Calvert Hall's leading scorer. He's a lefty, he's crafty as all get out. And if you watch Jacob, he usually is finishing the deal, whether he's throwing an assist to somebody or putting the ball in the back of the net.
Two absolutely fantastic teams who've had great seasons. One of them's coming away with a victory. The other one will taste defeat for the first time. We'll be back with Face Off right after this. Corrigan Sports Enterprises is a full-service sports marketing and event management company. Every detail from marketing, public relations, logistics, and cleanup, Corrigan Sports Enterprises handles events from conception to fruition. The premier lacrosse and field hockey recruiting tournaments and high-profile running events. Corrigan Sports Enterprises. If you can dream it, we'll make it happen. At Kelly, we provide integrated total benefits, payroll, and workforce management solutions for employers of every size. Save time and control costs. Visit kellyway.com.
At Whole Foods Market, we believe in food that's naturally beautiful, fresh, and nutritious. So there are no artificial colors, no artificial flavors, no artificial preservatives in any of the food we sell. We believe in real food. Whole Foods Market.
The 2017 Under Armour Underclass Tryout and Tournament are the standard of the sport. Measure yourself against the top competition in your region as college coaches from every level flock to the tryouts to recruit talented lacrosse players. College recruiting is too competitive to miss out on this opportunity. Go to UnderArmourLacrosse.com for more information and to register now.
The Intercollegiate Men's Lacrosse Coaches Association will be presenting its first ever official recruiting event this summer. All the action takes place June 16th to the 18th at Lebanon Valley College, with hundreds of college coaches from all levels watching the teams, leading instructional sessions, and speaking at recruiting seminars. Go to IMLCANationalCup.com to learn more. The IMLCA National Cup, it's more than just a tournament.
The MIAA Lacrosse Championships return to Johns Hopkins' iconic Homewood Field this May. The title is up for grabs in this powerhouse conference that features the best rivalries in high school lacrosse. The action begins with the A Conference semifinals on Monday, May 22nd, and champions will be crowned on Thursday, May 25th. Log on to MIAALacrosse.com for schedule and ticket information. MIAA Lacrosse, where the stars of tomorrow play for a championship today. Looking live in Russo Stadium in tribute to Brent Musburger right there. Coach Bob Shriver and Booker Corrigan bringing the game. Coach, we talked in the open about some real stars some names we know. Who's a guy that's under the radar for Boys Latin who you think might impact the game here today?
Probably one of the attackmen. Matt Brandau's a given. He's a tremendous player, but Luke Schilling and Brendan Grimes have quietly had really good, solid years. I'd look for one of those guys, if BL's has some success, to be right in the thick of it. Down at the other end, we didn't mention Brendan Curry at the outset, but he's a midfielder who's really hit his stride. Finally, I think in his senior year at high school, he's been beset by injuries during his career, and he really hasn't sort of exploded the way everybody was anticipating it. Unfortunately for the opponents that play Calvert Hall, he's exploding, and he has had really a terrific year. Big, gotten bigger, very, very fast, and a really hard and skilled left-handed shot.
I think a lot of people use the same phrase to describe me. Big and gotten bigger.
Yeah, there's no question about that. We call you the Eclipse.
I'd say I could block out the sun right now if I really set my mind to cool things off. We are set to go. An absolutely fantastic setting. Michael Autry for the home Calvert Hall Cardinals will be facing off. Calvert Hall wearing their home whites. Lakers in their black, and you hear the microphone, the speaker's right above us, so we apologize early for that. Jake Klatz coming down, and this is going to be a war within the war, a battle within the war.
Calvert Hall's likely to use two face-off guys, Michael Autry
and Chance Campbell, right?
And Chance Campbell, a terrific football player. BL will stay pretty exclusively with Klatz.
And here comes the first possession. It's Michael Ubriaco. He wanted that. He can bring it.
He can bring it. I really was impressed there. Dara didn't even flinch, stood his ground.
I know.
Michael threw the ball over the goal.
Here is that BL attack of Brandau, Luke T.M. Schilling, and Brendan Grimes. Kobe Russell patiently waiting, number 3 there, and now we get Basil Aburn. Another one of those midfielders who can do a lot of things for you. First quarter brought to you by Kelly & Associates. Go to kellyway.com. Russell behind. And it's back up with Russell. They like him up top. Here's Luke Schilling. And now Grimes. Pass to Aburn, shot, goal, Basil Aburn.
Just a nice step-down play. Grimes got a little step on his man. Calvert Hall was intent to step off. We'll watch here, they're stepping down off Basil Aburn. He really just steps down to the vacated spot. 10-yard shot. Nice opening series for Boys Latin.
Be interesting to see how Calvert Hall addresses. They can't slide from him from 10 yards, no doubt.
Already we're seeing Chance Campbell come in.
Yep, facing off for Calvert Hall. And like you said, Jake Klatz will do the lion's share of facing off in 2017, not just today. And another face-off win for the Lake Show. A lot of pinballing around. That is Rowan Bartell. And he loses it. Up, it's going to go to the Lakers. Knocked out of bounds by Calvert Hall. 10:42. Early going, Bob, but it's a beautiful setting for a game. And we're set for a big one. Two undefeated teams meeting here today. Luke Schilling, backdoor cut. Dara knocks down the pass. And the Cards successfully clear as we see Omari DeBerry coming on the field. And this is JT Bugliosi doing exactly what you said he was going to do, Bob. He likes that top center area. Number 5 for Calvert Hall, Bugliosi. We talked about him in the open. And there he is, top center.
And Boys Latin settling right away into the zone that was extremely effective last year against Calvert Hall in a 6-5 win for Boys Latin. And let's see if Calvert Hall changes. They struggled a little bit. They had a lot of terrific shots, but very few taken from good areas, if you will. And Boys Latin's goalie last year, Jack Pizzula, had a very good game.
Well, Pizzula's as good a high school goalie as I've seen, other than Tyler Fiorito. Shot off the face mask or helmet somehow. Calvert Hall gathers and still possesses. Here's Jacob Kelly, number 9.
Huge part of Calvert Hall's game, honestly, is when the ball is on the ground. They love that. We noticed on that face-off a moment ago, they rode the living heck out of the BL guy. The ball just bounced out of bounds off Calvert Hall.
Yep.
This time the ball was shot, hit the post, or somebody made a save. It comes up to the midline. Calvert Hall scrambles really hard and gets the ball back, and they're back here on offense.
Here's Bugliosi. And he is adept at going right or left. Boys Latin goalie Chris Brandow, you talked about him in the open, Bob. He's going to have to back up that zone. If you're going to play zone, he's going to see shots.
BL's not pressuring the guy behind the goal who has the ball. They're really just standing down, getting their stick up in the passing lane. So they're matching up. They have 6 guys above the goal, matching up against only 5 for Calvert Hall. Technically, it's an advantage for BL.
Yep.
Calvert Hall now has 2 guys behind the goal. BL has 6 up in front of the goal.
And they're moving and rotating guys. You can see this is a great way to teach zone and to teach zone offense.
Calvert Hall, shot clock is on.
30 seconds for them to shoot. As Sawyer, number 6, has it behind. Now it's Bugliosi. Sawyer comes around. Shot, goal! To the extreme. I'll rock a mic like a vandal. Light up a stage and wax a jump like a candle.
We watch this replay. Very poor slide by one of BL's lower defensemen, number 14 here. 8 slides up the field. 14 has to come across there and stop Matt Sawyer. He wasn't there to meet him. Sawyer gets a beautiful shot. Nice, good, patient offense by Calvert Hall.
Jack Sawyer ties it up at 1. And they go right back. Jake Glatz is going to be taking the face-offs, and Chance Campbell is in for the Cards. First quarter brought to you by Kelly & Associates. Go to kellyway.com. They're so proud to be a part of the game of the week. Payroll technology and benefit solutions. Kelly can help you. Jake Glatz, the man himself. Looked like he was feeling it right there, Bob. Outside shot, goal number 14, Garrett Voigt.
Well, Garrett Voigt just gave up a goal at the other end. He was put on this wing to face off. This is another step down, a little further out than Basil Aburn's first goal. Calvert Hall subbed off. Chase Campbell came off the field. Boys Latin has a numerical 6-on-5 advantage, and Matt Brandow will find you if you're open.
Matty Brandow does a real nice job distributing the ball, pacing things out. He and Luke Schilling, I think, are fairly complementary in that way. Is that correct?
Very much so. Matt is the guy that really conducts the offense. Luke is more what I refer to as a reactionary attackman. You make a mistake, he's going to react positively to your mistake and get himself in the right spots.
So if a defender makes a mistake, erroneous slide, and Calvert Hall comes up with that possession. P.J. Peters, the senior LSM. And we see a couple new offensive guys, number 48, Cole Herbert.
This is Calvert Hall's second midfield. Cole Herbert, Connor Mitchell, and former attackman Nick Green, number 22, about to get the ball here.
Or Zach Green.
Oh,
a
Zach
lot of
Green.
people
I
call him.
apologize. No, my mistake.
They pronounce
Excuse
that
me.
Zach. If you're going to make weight jokes, I'm going to make pronunciation jokes. Because neither one of us can help each other. Here is Zach Green. Kelly behind. Kelly comes around, shot. And ladies and gentlemen, just like the day after a bad chili cook-off, we are knotted at deuces.
And that was a really nifty play by Jacob Kelly.
Shrives takes the race.
If we watch this, unfortunately, BL, it looks like they've now elected to pressure the ball behind a little bit. Garrett Voigt, who got beat for the last goal because he didn't slide across, he slid across to the wrong side of the goal, and you see he's got to run around behind the crease, and Jacob just beat him to the spot.
And that's a lot to ask of a guy.
It is, and you know, unfortunately for Garrett Voigt, we've seen him make 2 bad plays and then 1 good play.
And that time they went back. That Michael Autry, Calvert Hall did, doing the face-off. Autry now battling for it. Ubriaco in there. Autry comes with it. It's a hot, sloppy mess, Bob. Oh, what a great play. Poking his stick in. Garrett Voigt.
He is having he's having a classic 50-50 day so far.
He's both teams' best player.
Calvert Hall in their 10-man ride. Voigt's going to shoot to the open goal.
Oh.
BL backs it up.
That's an easy way to beat a 10-man ride.
Very good. And then the whistle will blow quickly to put the ball back in play, maybe before the goalie can reset himself.
For the defense.
Or the defense. Good.
And, folks, you're not going to want to miss the Durham Capital halftime show where Bob and I are going to talk about 3 of the upcoming NCAA games. It's guaranteed to provide enjoyment. Lake Show coming out with some second middies now. Tucker Booth, the junior middie, number 25, ducks a shoulder in. Now it's Brandow.
Calvert Hall has a 2-headed monster playing defensive midfield.
Matt Brandow. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to see how to do an inside roll, that's how you do it.
Watch. Sorry, but the 2-headed monster I'm referring to is number 14 and 10, 2 outstanding poles for Calvert Hall. That time, Brandow runs to the middle of the field. He just stepped into the middle, inside rolled after Tucker Booth gave him that nice pick on the back line. Both guys went to Matt's strong right hand, and he inside rolled away from their checks and just dunked the ball past the goaltender.
And as a lover of the inside roll, you don't have to change hands. You stay righty, you go into the dodge right-handed, you come out right-handed. That is how you do an inside roll. Keep rewinding it if you want to learn. Bob Shriver will get you there. Another opportunity for the Lake Show. Grimes hesitates, and he who hesitates is lost. Just a freshman, though. This is a big game for Brendan Grimes. He's played unbelievably well all year long. Matt Brandow now up to Russell. Basil Aburn and Greg I now balancing out that first midfield. Referees for today's game: Eddie Gianetti, Jimmy Conway, Henry Hill, and then we have some timers and official scorekeepers: Frankie Carbone, Mo Black's brother Fat Andy, Freddie No-Nose, and Pete the Killer will be running the clock today. Great setting.
It's a bad matchup. You're going to play Greg I out too far. He's too fast. He's going to be able to run by you there.
Grimes gets it from Schilling. Ducks in a little bit, but pulls back. Now he's got the short stick on him. Calvert
Hall be quick to slide. They are traditionally a very quick team to slide when they don't like a matchup. Calvert Hall resets their defense, gets the matchup they want on Grimes, gets the shorty off him.
Here's Schilling. Feed to I. And I'll tell you what, that's timely checking by the Calvert Hall defenseman.
Schilling tried to give a no-look pass to a guy who's a little too far away from him for that feed, I think. Good check by Calvert Hall.
Bugliosi gathers it as the Hall brings out their first midfield. Brendan Curry, number 16 up top. Omari DeBerry, and number 6, Jack Sawyer.
Now we've seen Boys Latin in this zone defense. The first possession, they didn't pressure the ball behind. The last one, they looked like they wanted to press the ball behind. And now this one, it looks like they're intent on trying to leave everybody up in front of the goal. And then we got a little pressure there.
Bugliosi steps in. Go ahead and get yourself some. Bugliosi.
Well, so far, Boys Latin zone has not been very effective.
No.
Whether they realize it or not, you really can't let somebody dodge you in a zone. You got to be under control when you go out and play somebody. Bugliosi, nice little shimmy, little shake.
Yep.
Fake the guy, steps around him, and as we mentioned in the outset of the game, he is a really good shooter, and the reason they put him up at the top of the box on offense.
He can sting it either way. Another face-off win for the Lake Show, but lots of trouble. I tell you what, that's worth rewinding. Capture that for us, Chad. Our guys in the truck will have that. That looked like a little bit of a free ride. Pass down the field, and Brandow stepped on the line. He's out. Referee Eddie Gianetti, who's quick to tell Coach Kelly, I got it. I don't need help on this one. How often did you give a referee a little bit of help making a call, Bob? Once or twice?
Well, if it was right in front of me, I might have been inclined to say something.
But if it was far away, you wouldn't say a word, huh?
I've
never brought it up?
No, never.
Me either. Me either. Calvert Hall against Boys Latin early. Sunny day, not the night game.
Looks like
Green.
BL has decided to play a little bit of a zone. This is Calvert Hall's second midfield. However, running Grant Mitchell, it looks like he's taken the place of his brother Connor Mitchell to run with Herbert and Zach Green. Boys Latin has now switched to a man. They're tired of watching Calvert Hall score 3 straight goals against the zone, so let's see how they do now.
Well, also, and I'm going to ask, as a coach, would you switch zone to man based on what midfield line the other team had out? Or was it more what they're overall doing to your defense?
You might change defenses just to give the offense a different look.
Sure.
Calvert Hall likes this matchup. Bugliosi against the short stick midi.
A possession-saving knockdown by Daniel Curry, and here's a shot clock put on the cards. Daniel Kelly, number 45. He was the Under Armour underclass player of the game the last time we were out here. He and Bugliosi both. Bugliosi shot. Brandow kicks it aside. And I think Coach Farrell might have been giving the official a little help with that one.
It looked like that's a tough call.
Yeah.
The upfield official is the one that has to make that call.
Reagan McNamara now getting some pressure. And this is that ride. You know, they did this to McDonough, too. Calvert Hall can ride.
They jumped into their 10-man. They're under them.
Shot goes wide by Kelly there.
Jacob could have dumped that ball to his little brother, who would have had a one-on-one with the goaltender. I hope that's not a family feud going on there.
Who had to cut the lawn last weekend? My brother and I played together, and a lot of decisions were based on grass cutting and snow shoveling.
BL's back to the zone here with under a minute in the quarter.
So it's also a time, like a lot of times people call a timeout with a minute left in the half and go zone. Offensive coach Dave Hot Rod Huntley. You gotta love Hot Rod. Daniel Kelly tried to make the quick shot, and now it's checked away again. That Calvert Hall ride. "18 seconds remain.
He doesn't have his mouth guard in. The referee could stop this play right here. His mouth guard is not in, and he had time to put it in. The referee could actually stop this play and award the ball to Boys Latin.
Late first quarter. Will the Hall get a shot off? They get the shot off, not probably the one they wanted, but that'll do it. First quarter brought to Kelly Way, and there's the free ride. Everybody's getting a free ride today. 3-3 in Calvert Hall.
At Whole Foods Market, we believe in food that's naturally beautiful, fresh, and nutritious. So there are no artificial colors, no artificial flavors, no artificial preservatives in any of the food we sell. We believe in real food. Whole Foods Market.
At Kelly, we provide integrated total benefits, payroll, and workforce management solutions for employers of every size. Save time and control costs. Visit kellyway.com. The Summer Rumble is headed back to Richmond June 10th and 11th and will feature top quality competition from the USA and Canada on River City Sportsplex 12 turf fields. Your high school and youth level teams will thrive in this year's championship tournament in front of college coaches from divisions 1, 2, and 3. Start your summer at the best run event with coolers on every bench, shade tent for every team, and an event that is fueled by Gatorade. Go to cselax.com for details and register now. 3-3 here, your score at Calvert Hall. Remaining schedule. Bob, there's a game on there near and dear to your heart. On Tuesday the 16th, BL St. Paul's.
A week from today, it's the 100th meeting between the schools. What a tremendous milestone for both programs.
And you were involved in at least half.
Yeah, I think we figured it out that as a player and assistant coach and then as the head coach.
You were the coach at BL.
I was.
You were.
And,
that's right.
I'm pretty confident. We haven't tallied it up, but I'm pretty confident I've been involved in at least 50 of them.
What's a greater number? The number of points Shaq Stanwyck had in his career or the number of wins you had as a coach at BL?
Well, they're pretty close.
I know. That's why I asked the question. If I knew the answer, I wouldn't have asked. Second quarter set to go here. Brought to you by FCA Lax, Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Huddles, camps, teams, building three-dimensional athletes and coaches. Learn more at FCALax.com. Chance Campbell comes away with a win, and then little gravity check there on the pass, and the Lake Show now looking to move up the field. A little bouncer. Greg I handles. Shot, goal! Greg I! Go on, son. Get it.
Chance Campbell's done a really nice job at the X so far. He's gotten the ball where he wants it. That time he mishandled the ball. BL picked it up and got underneath him. Calvert Hall Pole stepped up the field here. We see Greg I pick up the ball. He's coming in 4-on-3. And he's coming down that proverbial hash mark, and he gets a good shot. I don't think Darrell picked up the ball.
Would you say he's coming straight down Goucher Boulevard?
Is that Goucher right in front of us?
Or
is that Joppa Road? Or is that Putty Hill?
How many times have you been here? You don't know what street that is.
I do not. I know that either. One's Putty Hill, I think.
Okay, I think.
Oh, it is Goucher Boulevard. I can see the sign at the traffic light.
You did just say, I know that's Putty Hill, I think. Face-off win for the Lake Show. They're up 4-3.
How do they not? That was a hold that they didn't call. I'm not sure why. But that's okay.
Kelly comes up.
There's Calvert Hall riding like crazy.
Yep.
Bugliosi
likes this. Oh, what a save by Brando. Not you, fat Jesus. Slide it on back. Ubriaco strides it into the offensive end and now looks to set a pick. He likes his pick game. Feed down low to Schilling. Will he find Ubriaco? Cutter on the inside. And now this could be backcourt. We get pushes, we get lunges, we get drops. We got people going all over the place. And the Cards come up with it in the form of Colin Allen. What is unbelievable.
Here's Curry. Picks up the rebound.
Back
right
down,
back to
shot
him.
goal. And he deserved to go. What an effort. What a day. If there's a problem, I'll solve it. Check out the hook while my DJ revolves.
It's too bad we didn't see this whole play evolve, because this is actually what Calvert Hall wants. I think you referred to it as controlled chaos.
Yes.
They love having the ball on the ground in the middle of the field, trying to pick it up. They got past the BL defenseman. Brandow makes a sensational save. The rebound goes back to Curry.
Yep.
And the same guy who was just
stuck.
They did
miss a call. They missed the call there.
Colin Allen. They missed the whole call on that face-off that would have given PL the possession. But that's the way it works.
Yeah, sometimes you're the bug, sometimes you're the windshield. Lakers now, Garrett Voigt up on the wing, giving Michael Ubriaco a little rest. The Hopkins commit. Ball goes on the turf, and Autry comes up with it. And now it's Bugliosi.
Well, we've seen Calvert Hall really ride anybody with the ball very tenaciously, and they've put a lot of those on the ground. And it's really one of the reasons that the score of this game is 4-4 is Calvert Hall's tenacity.
We have yet to have a timeout, yet to have a man up. Well, action shot from the outside goes wide.
Great backup by Kelly. A lost start. Screening the goaltender and backing up the goal. Kind of a lost start.
You might find this surprising, but I was a big screener. And in hockey.
Well, I can see why you'd be a big screener, because you have one characteristic that requires. Big.
Big, yeah. Well, the word big's the operative word there. Bugliosi, look at the quickness. Very impressed by, nice little fake. Comes up, shoot. And that's going to be black ball. That's a fantastic effort by Jake Snyder.
We've seen this before, Booker. Calvert Hall plays behind the goal with a midfielder. In that case, it was Cole Herbert. On the first group, we know that they go behind with Jack Sawyer. And sometimes...
And an easy goal on the long stick.
I apologize, but sometimes that midi doesn't back up the goal. Here's Calvert Hall in their 10-man ride. That's how they basically won the McDonough game. Boys Latin certainly practiced. They took a long shot here. Voigt makes a tremendous catch and basically in traffic and throws the ball into the open goal.
I tell you, people would look at scoring on an open goal and say it was an easy goal. That was not an easy play. He made a great catch, knew where everybody was.
Catching a 70-yard pass with your long pole in traffic is not an easy event. Voigt did a magnificent job there. Well, so far, Booker, if we look at the scoreboard, it's, 5-4 with 9 minutes left in the second quarter. This thing may hit 20.
Ubriaco laying some lumber. We're going to get a timeout by Coach Kelly. You can see that coming a mile away. 5-4 your score. Second quarter brought to you by FCA Lacrosse. Go to FCALax.com and check it out. The MIAA Lacrosse Championships return to Johns Hopkins' iconic Homewood Field this May, with titles up for grabs in this powerhouse conference that features the best rivalries in high school lacrosse. The action begins with the A Conference semifinals on Monday, May 22nd, and champions will be crowned on Thursday, May 25th. Log on to MIAALacrosse.com for schedule and ticket information. MIAA Lacrosse, where the stars of tomorrow play for a championship today. Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Huddles, camps, teams, building three-dimensional athletes and coaches. Nice shot of Coach Farrell there. Now we get the BL huddles. Hey, everybody needs to know that the Under Armour All-American Underclass tryouts are happening in Baltimore May 31st and June 1st at Goucher. Go to UnderArmourLacrosse.com as I see my man Tano Aragancia, a great goaltending coach right there in Tano. Make sure you check out UnderArmourLacrosse.com. And then the IMLCA National Cup, June 17th and 18th. Graduation years 2018 to 2021. If you can't make it this year as a club coach, make sure you're there next year because you're going to be missing out. If you run a club, you should be at the IMLCA National Cup. College coaches running recruiting seminars at Lebanon Valley College, grad years 2018 through 2021. IMLCANationalCup.com. Make sure you get there and learn about it. Calvert Hall possession, 5-4 Lakers. And Bob, we could get your favorite thing in the world if Calvert Hall could get the next goal.
Cinco de Mayo. We just had Cinco de Mayo last Friday, I think it was, wasn't it?
Cinco de Mayo. Did you see the tweet that was going around? Somebody put mayonnaise in a sink, and they called it Cinco de Mayo. But we're inches away from Cinco de Mayo, folks. Inside feed to a man that was blanketed, but Calvert Hall, they like that organized chaos. They come away, the Lake Show does. Nice play by Brendan Kraus.
Yeah, in that situation, that's actually what the zone is designed to do. You hope you throw it inside to somebody. There was really 4 guys around that. Check down, and a nice ground ball was picked up by Ubriaco.
Trey Smith, number 30. Oh, and a shot at goal. Look down at Greg I making things happen.
Calvert Hall's not set on defense here, and in a way we call this getting quicked. Greg I don't think anybody was expecting him to go to the goal. He goes to the goal. Yeah. Curry's just sort of hanging out, just going to run with him because he doesn't think anything's going to happen. Greg I shoots before Dara even knew it was coming. It's in the back of the net.
He got quicked.
He got quicked, I call that.
Yeah. I love it. And the other thing, we have great coaching staffs at both schools here. I mean, these kids, in practice, it's the art of developing players.
Calvert Hall staff, 4 or 5 of them have been on the staff for over 20 years. BL staff is really the same way, other than Coach Farrell, who's just in his 2nd year at the helm, but with a world of experience. First violation on the face-off X.
Still yet to have a man up. Mid-second quarter, Calvert Hall in white. The Lake Show, Boys Latin Lakers in black.
Now, Boys Latin's back in their zone, it looks like, but they've elected to move their shorties around in the zone a little bit. I apologize. Now they're going man. Here's Green. He's a tough, competitive kid.
And he can motor. We have seen Zach Green. He can motor. And we get a BL guy down, and it's 14. It's Voigt.
That's Garrett Voigt, who's had some injury issues this year.
6-4, Lakers in the lead. At Kelly, we provide integrated total benefits, payroll, and workforce management solutions for employers of every size. Save time and control costs. Visit kellyway.com. Diversified Insurance Industries. Commercial and personal insurance, risk management, and specialty programs. Get more information and contact an advisor at dii-ins.com. Corrigan Sports Enterprises is a full-service sports marketing and event management company. Every detail from marketing, public relations, logistics, and cleanup, Corrigan Sports Enterprises handles events from conception to fruition. The premier lacrosse and field hockey recruiting tournaments and high-profile running events. Corrigan Sports Enterprises. If you can dream it, we'll make it happen. And here's that last goal by Greg I. Acceleration domination. Just making things happen.
Tremendous legs Greg I has. He can fly. He can really run like crazy.
Oh, you meant speed.
Speed.
Okay, I thought you meant he had nice calves.
Well, while your legs are built for a lineman, Greg's legs are built to be a tailback or a defensive back.
See, that's where you're wrong, Bob. My calves are actually okay. It's from above the belt when the things that are above the belt sag down. And now we have Calvert Hall possession. 6-4 now, Lakers in the lead. But I'll tell you, Calvert Hall is right where they want to be. This is not a bad situation for them in any way, shape, or form. Zach Green sweeping.
Well, Voigt, we hope he's okay. He has had nothing if not an incredible, interesting game.
Yeah.
He's scored 2 goals with his pole. He was in the wrong spot down there on his own defense once or twice. He's picked up a couple big ground balls. He has been in the thick of this game and had some very positive results.
And we hope he's okay. You hate to see any high school player, you don't want to see him go down for anything. Green pushes it behind. Now it's Jacob Kelly working on the inside with his brother Daniel.
Calvert Hall's going to get warned, I'm guessing, unless they get a shot here in a second.
Kelly, a little roll-off action, now trying to run a zone play. Bugliosi, little hitch move. Shot, Brandow save, rebound, Lake Show. Brandow rolls out behind. Calvert Hall not going into their 10-man just yet. And I don't think he heard me when I said that Calvert Hall. Oh. And Matt Brandow's going to gather that. He turns, he gets pushed, he gets knocked, it's out of the way.
Still without a flag. Still without a flag and an extra man.
And it's Calvert Hall possession. They do ride like the Dickens. How's that for an old person term?
Is that Charles Dickens?
Yeah, they ride like the Dickens.
Calvert Hall likes this matchup. Jacob Kelly against a shorty. BL appears to be playing a little bit of a box and one.
Reagan McNamara looks like he's ready to slide as soon as Jacob takes a step. I mean, there he is. Still 2006 UMass defense. Bugliosi went for the hesitation move, hit the turf, and McNamara comes up with it. I like Reagan McNamara. Look at this. We don't know what the call was.
Well, he called a loose ball hold, and I guess he didn't realize Boys Latin had possession. He should not have blown his whistle. Or if he thought it was a hold and BL had possession, it could have been 30 seconds. Yeah. So I'm not sure what the call was there. Calvert Hall, as you said earlier, is not in their 10-man ride.
Brian Nee had a nice reaction to that little whistle skirmish. Nice play by Bartell.
DL has 2 timeouts. I thought maybe Coach Farrell would use one there, and he did. 4 minutes left. Good time. Settle him down on offense.
The Intercollegiate Men's Lacrosse Coaches Association will be presenting its first ever official recruiting event this summer. All the action takes place June 16th to the 18th at Lebanon Valley College, with hundreds of college coaches from all levels watching the teams, leading instructional sessions, and speaking at recruiting seminars. Go to IMLCANationalCup.com to learn more. The IMLCA National Cup, it's more than just a tournament.
I got the magic in me. Let's go. Every time I touch that track, it turns into gold.
Woman for the good boys. Behind the back.
Magic in me.
Gary Game behind.
And 6-4 your score. The Lake Show in the lead. Calvert Hall looking to find a way to dent that. I want to tell you a little bit about the Summer Rumble in Richmond, June 10th and 11th at River City Sports Complex in Richmond. Visit CSELax.com to learn more. CSELax.com to learn more. And the MIAA semifinals and finals, Bob, you and I, we're going to spend a lot of time together that week.
Can't wait. It's hard to believe. This time last year, we would have been in the quarterfinals today, with the semis coming at the end of the week.
Yeah.
We would have been in the quarterfinals this Friday, and the semis would have been next week. We're still 2 weeks away. Crazy.
That's because the people wanted longer time with us. They want to get as close to Memorial Day weekend with us so that they don't have to, berate themselves after watching subpar announcing. Lakers looking to add to their lead. Now, Bob, Lakers are up 2. If they can get this next goal, they'll be up 3.
Your math skills are remarkable.
This
is where Russell really loves it right here.
And that's going to be a crease violation. And he was guided. I will tell you, that's a tough call for the ref because he was he was guided there, but he was going hell-bent.
He was going hell-bent, and I think he left his legs.
Yes, he certainly did.
Before the contact, well, that's on him, really. If he kept his foot on the ground and then absorbed the contact, he might have drawn a penalty.
but he was definitely going airborne.
Calvert Hall having a little issues clearing the ball.
And
Nice
it
catch.
gets to DeBerry. Great play by him, and now he is going to accelerate each team with 1 timeout left in the half. Second quarter brought to you by FCA Lacrosse. Go to FCALax.com.
Terrific catch there by DeBerry. That ball could have easily skipped past him, going out of bounds. He really saved the possession. See if see if Calvert Hall can do something positive with this possession. There's the first flag.
Kelly rolls back, and that'll bring about the first man up of the day. Man Up's brought to you by Royal Farms. Real fresh, real fast. Be sure to pick up your Royal Farms reward card today and register your card to earn points for every dollar spent, including special offers. Details at all ROFO locations and royalfarms.com. Royal Farms, real fresh, real fast. Bob, everybody wants to know where your favorite Royal Farms is because they're going to camp out there just to say hi.
Well, you told me before that I'm not allowed to divulge where I go.
I know.
So
But I
you
just
just
want
have
you
to know
they're
that
still
I was
banging
at
them.
one this morning getting a cup of
Yep.
coffee.
And people will try and find out which one it was. I mean, why wouldn't you? Oh, what a shot by Bugliosi. Oh, 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power, will 5% pleasure, and 50% pain. JT
Just a
Bugliosi.
pretty simple extra man, a 3-3 set.
Yeah.
Bugliosi's at 15 yards. We mentioned earlier he does have a cannon.
Screen? Do we have a
I
screen
think the
there?
guy going out on the ball might have prevented
Yeah.
Chris from seeing it, but I'm not so sure Chris could have stopped that when it looked like it had some juice.
I tell you put anybody from 15 yards and give me Chris Brandow. I'm taking Brandow. I think he was a little screened. He didn't pick the ball up early, especially high. A lot of face-offs so far here. And BL. Oh, and that's going to be in the head.
No call. Fascinating. Really pretty fascinating. He got hit in the head.
I love the use of the word fascinating there. Kobe Russell. Oh, a little sky whammy. Toying with him. Bam! Ubriaco! Ladies and
That's Reagan McNamara.
My bad.
Boys Latin now that's their third goal scored from their poles. They kept him down on the
Reagan
field, and
McNamara.
so many times you just lose sight of him. Look, he'll sneak in underneath these guys. They're not paying any attention to the guy with a long pole, as most teams don't.
Especially Reagan McNamara. I mean, if it's Ubriaco, I got a guy on him. As a coach, if it's Ubriaco, I'm like, but Reagan McNamara, he can disappear. And the Lake Show stretches it right back. Calvert Hall with a man-up goal by Bugliosi to bring him within 1. And then Reagan McNamara, much to my amazement. I thought for sure that had to be Ubriaco. Push. And it's Boys Latin possession. Glatz and Michael Autry that time doing the battle at the faceoff dot. Here's Greg I. Ubriaco subs out for Kobe Russell. I and Russell, little hidden ball trick. That was more just for fun, though. Didn't look like they were actually trying to fool anyone. Basil Aburn, right-handed. Save by Dara. Big Liam Dara. And the clearing pass. And now we get a flag, late flag. I don't know what the flag was for.
Called a slash on Schilling, chasing him out there in the corner.
I thought he had Schilling and maybe stepped on the line. I didn't think it was a slash. Jacob Kelly, a little hesitation move. Bugliosi looking for DeBerry. DeBerry wants it. Now Brendan Curry, 16. That's a pretty slim angle.
Well, I think he actually took that shot. He knew there was a flag down, and he wanted to get his extra man on the field. So he took the shot with 45 seconds left. Now they have 3/4 of the minute to work on their extra man right before halftime. if they don't get a shot in that 45-second time span, they'll hold the ball at the end of that penalty and try to start the third quarter with it. Similarly, if BL should get the ball back, they'll try to do the same, hold the ball, and hope that they can start with it to begin the third quarter.
Curry rolls off. Sawyer up top to Berry. Bugliosi, now Kelly.
Just overloading that left side. Now they're back into a 3-3. They're rolling out of it.
To Berry. Bugliosi, little fake, opens himself. Now Daniel Kelly. Bugliosi, inside feed. Curry, no good. Off his calf with 14 seconds in the period.
I think they're going to hold the ball and start the third quarter with possession.
Yep, and that way they can run a quick 15-second play. We're coming up on halftime, folks. You're not going to want to miss the Durham Capital halftime report. Bob and I are going to preview some of the upcoming college games. Should be exciting. 7-5 your score here in Calvert Hall.
Calvert Hall.
The 2017 Under Armour Underclass Triathlon Tournament are the standard of the sport. Measure yourself against the top competition in your region as college coaches from every level flock to the tryouts to recruit talented lacrosse players. College recruiting is too competitive to miss out on this opportunity. Go to UnderArmourLacrosse.com for more information and to register now. Corrigan Sports Enterprises is a full-service sports marketing and event management company. Every detail from marketing, public relations, logistics, and cleanup, Corrigan Sports Enterprises handles events from conception to fruition. The premier lacrosse and field hockey recruiting tournaments and high-profile running events. Corrigan Sports Enterprises. If you can dream it, we'll make it happen.
I'm Ryan Powell.
I'm Brett Hughes.
I'm Zach Greer.
I'm Brian Silka.
We're the Stripes.
I'm Megan Price.
I'm Anthony Kelly.
Griffin Halliday. Logan Halliday. And we grow the game.
And I grow the game.
I grow the game.
We grow the game.
And I 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 grow the game, baby.
And I grow the game. And I grow.
Halftime brought to you by Durham Capital. Absolute thrill, Bob. We get to dissect some of the NCAA games that are coming up this week. There's a little plug. We get the entire bracket. Johns Hopkins, Duke. We're not talking about that because Duke's going to work them. Syracuse, Yale's a complete toss-up. We're going to look at Albany, North Carolina. Who are you picking in that game?
Albany's a home team for the first.
Are you picking them?
I am going to pick Albany, and here's why. For the first time in their existence, they've always been tremendous on offense, but they have a face-off kid who gets them extra possessions, and they have the most dynamic, exciting player in college lacrosse, Connor Fields, who has over 100 points this year. And he is some player. We played him when he was in high school, and he rang us up for 6 pretty quickly.
A quick even 6. Easy, right? And then for Carolina, because I'm taking Carolina, the Heels, they have experience. They know how to go through the playoffs. I like Coach Metzbauer, what he does with that offense. I think that's going to be a 15-14 game.
They're thinking it's going to be a high-scoring game. Yeah. And just before we started broadcast today, we heard that Albany has sold somewhere in the neighborhood of 20,000 tickets for this game already.
It's going to be mayhem. It will be absolute mayhem, and I think Carolina's going to take that. I love Stephen Bones Kelly, and the face-off guy for Albany's very good. Let's go to Ohio State Loyola. I have a feeling you're picking the Buckeyes.
I like the Buckeyes a lot. They're playing home. They've been tremendous at home this year. They lost their only home game the other day in the Big Ten tournament against Maryland. They're sensational. However, Last year they didn't even make the tournament. They have some young kids on their team. Loyola was in the Final Four last year. Ohio State has a tremendous face-off guy, but Stephen Vakeness, who coaches the face-off guys at Loyola, always has his guys well prepared. And I do think if Loyola can get the ball, enough times they're going to score because they have the most dynamic player in the game, Patrick Spencer.
Now, let's also, quick disclaimer, you root for all the BL kids, but you got some going against each other, and this one, Patrick Spencer, is the reason I'm picking Loyola. They got Patrick Spencer. I like Jacob Stover making saves. Lyman can come in and back him up. I am taking Loyola, and Loyola's going to beat the team that you picked, just so you know that.
Well, I think that if Loyola wins faceoffs, they have a great chance to win the game. And then this last one, the Penn State-Towson game, I have a vested interest rooting for Penn State.
Because your son
coaches at Penn State. They've been undefeated at home this year. Towson really relies heavily on face-off guy Alex Woodall.
Yep.
I think that Penn State can meet Alex's ability.
How?
They have a two-headed monster in Billy Lombardi and
Not a
Gerard
chance.
Arceri.
Not a chance.
Although I hope that Michael Lynch scores 6 goals for Towson and Penn State wins.
I'm taking Towson to win that one. I think Sean Nadalin is an unbelievably dynamic coach, although I know Penn State's got the better coaching staff. Top to bottom, Penn State has a better coaching staff. I'll give you that. But I like Michael Lynch. There he is right there. I mean, he is a prime-time baller.
He was a first-team All-CAA performer, was on the All-Tournament CAA team, had 2 goals and 1 assist in both their semifinal and final victories. He's a little sniper with some of the quickest hands I've ever seen.
Yep. And you coached Michael Lynch. Now, folks, this is all recorded and documented. So on Monday, you can hit us on Twitter or whatever it is, because Bob will have gone 0-3 and I will have gone 3-0. So I feel bad for you, but you gotta pick yourself up and be ready for the MIAA playoffs.
I'm reeling now.
He's reeling already.
And you know what? If your predictions were going to come true, why would they even bother to play the game?
That's true. That is true. We're at a break here in Durham Capital halftime show. Absolutely fantastic. Bob Shriver and Bookman going at it just a little bit. We'll be back. Diversified Insurance Industries. Commercial and personal insurance, risk management, and specialty programs. Get more information and contact an advisor at dii-ins.com.
At Whole Foods Market, we believe in food that's naturally beautiful, fresh, and nutritious. So there are no artificial colors, no artificial flavors, no artificial preservatives in any of the food we sell. We believe in real food. Whole Foods Market.
The MIAA Lacrosse Championships return to Johns Hopkins' iconic Homewood Field this May. The title is up for grabs in this powerhouse conference that features the best rivalries in high school lacrosse. The action begins with the A Conference semifinals on Monday, May 22nd, and champions will be crowned on Thursday, May 25th. Log on to MIAALacrosse.com for schedule and ticket information. MIAA Lacrosse, where the stars of tomorrow play for a championship today.
It's been 3 years since the first Courage Game, a one-of-a-kind sporting event celebrating equality and inclusion for all people. So much has changed since that time, yet the mission of the game has stayed the same. The next Courage Game will take place in Providence, Rhode Island on May 28th following the NCAA Division I Women's Championship game. Braden Lang, whose story was originally showcased in the ESPN SportsCenter featured piece, will be there to play fast with purpose. Will you?
It is the Durham Capital halftime show. And ladies and gentlemen, just like the rug ties the room together, so do halftime highlights and stats. Here's goal one.
Boys Latin on a step down. Basil Aburn getting a feed from freshman Brendan Grimes. Calvert Hall comes right back. Boys Latin's playing a zone. Here's Jack Sawyer sneaking from behind. The kid down on the lower post doesn't slide across to him. Boys Latin comes right back. Now this is a step down from a defenseman. Garrett Voigt, and a little unsettled. Here's Carolina. Now they chase the guy behind, and they chase him out the wrong side. Jacob Kelly comes around, and he's deadly when he's free with a goal. Here's Matt Brandow, inside roll, and just dunks it past the goalie.
That's an inside roll.
Calvert Hall's going to come right back. Bugliosi, just not a fair fight. He gets his hands free, step down, 15-yarder. BL's going to score again to go up 4-3, I think.
It's a free ride.
Yep, this is Greg who's got a little bit of some space, and I don't think the goalie even saw the shot. He was screened. Calvert Hall right back at it to knot it up 4 on a beautiful, sort of unsettled. Brandow had made a sensational save right before that. They got the rebound and scored. Here's BL against a 10-man throwing a 70-yard bomb. Garrett Voigt catches that ball in traffic and scores his second goal of the game. BL back up 5-4. Calvert Hall's coming right back at us on an extra man. This is Greg. I apologize. This puts BL up 6-4. We call that he quicked them. Now they're on extra man. There's Bugliosi again with a bomb.
13. That's an explosion.
And BL's going to go up 7-4 here. No, I apologize. 7-5 here with another pole. Look at long stick man right there. Reagan McNamara just sneaks underneath him. Nobody pays any attention to the poles, especially him who's a close defender.
Now we're starting here on the Man Up, brought to you by Royal Farms, because Calvert Hall had possession. Those of you just joining us for the first time, and they also, unfortunately, at halftime, they erased the time, but they got it back up on the clock. It's 16 seconds. There's 12 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Brought to you by Diversified Insurance Industries, DII-INS.com. Little flip play. Kelly comes up. Oh!
They had it.
They definitely
Just a bad
had
pass by Sawyer. He got checked, I think, and it caused his pass to go down to the ground, bounced out of bounds. BL's possession. Penalty is up.
So BL kills off the 1-minute foul against Luke T.M. Schilling, the maestro. And that is not a word. That is good, hard-nosed clearing of the ball by Matt Brandow. Now, of course, the broadcaster's jinx is still in full effect.
Boys Latin, they were even, but they didn't have another guy on the field.
Shot goal! Jacob Kelly.
That penalty was up, but BL didn't have their sixth player on the field. Calvert Hall did a sensational job double-teaming Brandow. We've seen this a number of times from Calvert Hall today. They get the ball on the ground. They go down the field, have a little bit unsettled. Jacob Kelly, room and time. He throws that inside the goaltender. That's a very hard place to beat a goaltender of Chris Brandow's ability. Wonderful shot.
7-6. Face-off win that time for Calvert Hall. Autry gets it checked away. You know, it's one thing to win the face-off, but you got to make sure your team gets a valuable possession. And here comes the Lake Show on the break out of that. Outside shot, goal! The sea was angry that day, my friends. Like an old man returning soup at a deli.
Greg Guy's third goal, and they've all been somewhat similar in that he's got such a tremendous speed. Boys Latin put the ball on the ground. Face-off guy, Autry, got stuck in traffic. Ubriaco picked up a great ground ball, threw it to I. Here's I running down, and he really does have wonderful speed, and he also has a very adept left-handed shot. That's his third goal on the day. Didn't take us long to score two goals.
No, it didn't.
61 seconds.
At this rate, it's going to be 101 to 100. And you know who's going to win? The team with 101. Chance Campbell this time facing off against Glatz. The guy's diving, not so much being pushed. Good no call by the ref. And here's Basil Aburn leading the break, wanting some. Brandon Grimes, shot goal. Brandon Grimes, welcome to the party, son. Pack it up, pack it in. Let me begin. I came to win. Battle me, that's a sin. That's your boy right there, Shrives.
Most of the goals scored today have been off wonderful scrambles.
Sure.
You know, BL looked like they were going to lose the ball. Picked up a nice ground ball at this end. Basil's coming down 4-on-3. BL's running a left-handed flat break, which is a little hard to describe.
Yes.
Where you have a guy on the inside. Grimes and Brandow are up in front of the goal. Aburn throws it to Grimes, who's got a very good left-handed shot.
And viewers, I want to put it in this way. If it's a left-handed flat break, if it's hard to describe, it's hard to defend. Is that right? It's hard to defend if it's hard to describe. But they ran it perfectly, and Grimes stuck it.
These guys
And
free.
here we go. Oh, nice play by Reagan McNamara to win the possession. I like his game.
Only a sophomore. Reagan McNamara is as smart a lacrosse player as BL has.
Hey, help me here. Was he a short stick last year?
No.
Okay.
No.
Long stick midi?
No.
Nope, just close.
Close defense.
McNamara steps it over. Lakers are onside.
They threw it to the right guy. There's Ubriaco with his pole.
Yep.
He was open, just didn't handle the pass.
And this is like Western Conference hockey.
Both teams love the pace.
Yep.
They both love fast break, unsettled action. They thrive on it. And we've seen both teams take great advantage of
now
situations presented to them.
Let me ask you this. Shot goal inside. Nice finish. And that's Daniel Kelly. I believe that's his first goal of the day. But, Bob, I'm talking about pace. Let's look at the goal here first.
Daniel Kelly just slips behind the defense. He's not paying any attention to him. The inside defenseman, I'm not sure what happened. The Kelly brothers team up there.
He got quicked, right?
We've seen that happen a couple times where guys have gotten underneath the defense that's not paying attention.
He quicked me. I mean, I was ready to ask you a good question so you could enlighten the viewers, and he's scoring goals. 9-7 your score now. Third quarter brought to you by Diversified Insurance Industries. Breakdown ball by Autry. And I got to tell you something, Bob. I don't know much about much, but they're going to settle this down. They're going to settle this down. They can't. Both teams are kind of looking for a breath. The question I wanted to ask you is this. Have both teams played enough guys in the game, getting them through the cycle to keep up this pace?
I think so. Yes, both teams have run a couple midfields. Both teams have run a couple poles. We haven't seen Voigt back on the field. I think he must be done for the day. So BL has reached down into their depth at defense and put in senior Evan Gaines. So I think both teams are comfortable. And it's a nice, cool day. It's 65 degrees. It's a very comfortable day to run.
It's not one of those days where you need the moms on the sidelines with iced towels. I know you did that on your sideline all the years you were at BL. Kelly probes, pushes it back. Daniel Kelly inside. Now he's feeling it. Brandow gathers. Jacob Kelly commits interference, but puts his hand. That's going to be off-white.
We've seen some plays that could have been called fouls. I think that there's no question that Kelly interfered with the goaltender there.
He did the right thing by turning to the ref and saying, like, I don't want to.
Well, just because he says he doesn't want it doesn't
totally
mean
agree.
that he doesn't call it.
That's a bad pass. Smith picks that off. Trey Smith. And now he's got a little isolation. Kobe Russell's an athlete, though. Yeah, like I said, Kobe, that's not a matchup that's too terrible.
There's a hole there, and they didn't call that.
And now we get balls flying all over the place. It's a hot, sloppy mess here at times. Brandow. Kobe Russell back on the offensive end now.
One thing that Boys Latin needs to be aware of is whether Calvert Hall is in their 10-man ride or not. And when they're not in it, they have more time and more space to clear the ball. That time, Calvert Hall was not in it, and they did not clear the ball effectively. We've seen Calvert Hall this year play a couple times. They ride like demons. They're fun to watch.
They do. They ride like banshees.
Like banshees.
Like banshees. Russell. Look, it's funny. They lull it down to a pace, and then all of a sudden it's back. Like, let's go back to the fun part. Aburn and Russell playing catch outside the box. Lakers ahead 9-7 But that, I'm going to wager a guess that won't be the final score. Aburn rolls inside. They have Grimes inside. Here's Russell. There's Grimes. Pass a little too hot to handle. And Liam Darragh gathers, and now Calvert Hall looks to clear. Both of these teams ride unbelievably well. Nice handle that time by Daniel DePesso.
Boys Latin's gassed. Russell
Kobe
and
Russell's...
I have been on the field for, I'd say, the better part of the last 5 minutes, and they're stuck down here on defense. Calvert Hall is going to get a good opportunity now.
So as a
Russell
coach,
gets off the field for a short stick defensive midi.
As a coach, you see Greg I stuck out there. If you're coaching Calvert, do you try and get him out? Or do you do anything you can to get him out of the game?
You know, you try your best to get him out of the game, but sometimes you just can't do it.
And they are on sides. Reagan McNamara carries it over. And that's going to be a flag. And see if that's a cross-check or a push. Push. Calls him for a push, 30-second push. Royal Farms, man up. Go to royalfarms.com or any ROFO location and pick up your rewards card. And I want to remind you, Bob, we're going to be on for the MIAA semifinals and finals. The semifinals, May 22nd at Johns Hopkins Homewood Field. I think most lacrosse fans know how to get to that, right?
Boys, lads, first extra man, first opportunity here. Just 30 seconds. They're going to need to go rapidly into whatever set they're trying to get to.
Their offensive coaches, Brian Nee and Gene Ubriaco. Inside feed shot, just wide.
They got a great look there.
Yeah, they did.
Slip pick by Matt Brandow. He just missed the goal.
Brandow now behind. Here's Grimes. Back to Brandow. Schilling in the right-hand shooter spot. Here he is. Inside feed.
Didn't handle the balls. Good feed. Luke has a tendency when he feeds, he likes to throw no-look feeds.
Yeah.
And oftentimes they're not good feeds because the guy really, he loses sight of the fact that the ball's coming his way. And even though they
that's
play
on the catcher, though. That's on the catcher.
It is on the catcher. They play with Luke enough. It's just a tough pass to catch. And we've actually seen him try to throw no-look passes. I think that's his third or fourth one today, and he hadn't completed any yet. And it is on the catcher, but it's like a sidearm pass. I think they're sometimes hard to catch.
Hard to pick up, but that is so on the catcher. And as a guy who loved a no-look pass, you got to play with somebody enough so that they know. And it's a habit, too. I got into a flow where I almost did it just out of reflex. Curry shot wide.
We haven't seen Curry have an opportunity to do much in this game. I think he was a little antsy there. He goes, hey,
yeah.
I haven't had a shot yet, really.
Yeah.
So
fair enough.
He took a nice stroll, got a left-handed shot, missed the goal. Easy possession for Calvert Hall.
DeBerry gets it from Bugliosi. Now it's down behind with Kelly. This is Omari DeBerry, senior for Calvert Hall with a great career, wants to add a ring. Senior JT Bugliosi. And there's a little no-look. DeBerry shot. Brandow gathers. And Reagan McNamara turns and, oh, what a play. This Calvert Hall team, he still needs to just get that to Sawyer. Bugliosi running hard. Now, is he going to get a little gas, Bugliosi?
No.
Okay.
He's an attackman.
He's an attackman who plays up top center.
They live for playing offense.
3:03 remaining here, third quarter, brought to you by Diversified Insurance Industries. Brendan Curry, what an athlete. Absolutely fantastic athletic skills.
That was a great catch in traffic.
Yeah. Narps don't make that catch. Bugliosi to DeBerry. DeBerry feeling it. Brandow saving it. Reagan McNamara keeping it simple.
No 10-man.
Looping pass by Brandown. Successful clear for the Lake Show.
Now Calvert Hall's stuck a little bit. They got the Barry stuck on defense. Not that that's necessarily bad for them. He's coming off. No, he's staying on the field. They got Sawyer stuck on the field too. They're both. Sawyer's coming off. The Barry is not. Always like coming in with their second group.
I don't think it's terrible. I don't think it's terrible to have Omari DeBerry down there. He's not tired. He hadn't, been on for a 7-minute shift. Lakers bringing their second midfield out because I needed a break. So did Kobe Russell. This is not going to go out. Don't panic. Everybody's okay. Bartell. Brandow. And now it's behind with Schilling. Schilling to Bartell. Now it's up top. This is Brandow. His older brother, Timmy Brandow. One of the great athletes in MIAA history.
Shot clock not put on yet.
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
I agree. As soon as you said it, it was coming. Shot goes off.
They just earned a little bit more time, I think. That was a decent shot. Boys Latin, 55 seconds left in this quarter. Calvert Hall screaming on the sidelines for a shot clock. Well, they just took a shot, so I don't think that they're going to be intent on.
Would that be described as a possession shot?
I don't think so.
Okay.
He was shooting the score.
Okay.
They just put it on.
There it is.
They're listening to the sideline. And then he just calls a moving pick. They really did not influence the play in any way.
A huge thank you to our crew in the truck and our camera guys. Absolutely fantastic work. Invicta doing great stuff. And a quick little shout out. Game time footage.
"14 seconds. Calvert Hall needs to do something quickly here."
And speaking of quick, Bugliosi slides on the dodge attempt, and that's going to do it for the quarter. Ball goes up the sideline, and Grimes gets some. It is the end. No, they got 1 second left. Go figure. And they're calling it the quarter now. I literally. Oh, so we have a foul. Did you see the foul, Bob?
I did not. It must have been on that play. Boys Latin will have 1 second to hold the ball and start the fourth quarter with an extra man.
I think they're going to start the fourth quarter with the possession.
I don't think they're going to pass this.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, the ref could just go blow the whistle. Honestly, we don't have to do this. Referee Frankie Carbone, Mo Black's brother Fat Andy, trying to figure things out. And there it is. That's the end of the third quarter. What a quarter. 9-7 Lakers.
At Whole Foods Market, we believe in food that's naturally beautiful, fresh, and nutritious. So there are no artificial colors, no artificial flavors, no artificial preservatives in any of the food we sell. We believe in real food. Whole Foods Market.
At Kelly, we provide integrated total benefits, payroll, and workforce management solutions for employers of every size. Save time and control costs. Visit kellyway.com. Diversified Insurance Industries. Commercial and personal insurance, risk management, and specialty programs. Get more information and contact an advisor at DII-INS.com. And Booker Corrigan and Gary Ardonato in the booth. We got the Varsity Sports Network rankings. What do you like about these rankings, other than my affinity for Severna Park?
You like Severna Park?
Yeah.
Hey, they're undefeated. They've earned it. But we got number 1 and 2 on the field here today. It's a great game. They're living up to the billing, aren't they?
Unbelievable that number 1 and number 2 make it to this point on today for our network. Let's talk a little bit. Gilman, they're climbing up there a little bit.
Yeah.
McDonough, not where people thought they'd be. And St. Mary's is up there a little bit. Who do you think? You think they're a playoff team, St. Mary's?
You know, St. Paul's, I've seen them several times now, and they're a gutty team. They can score the ball. So you can score points in this league. You can compete. St. Mary's, after a terrible year last year, they're back in the thick of things. In a big game with Gilman today, I think the winner of that game gets the last spot in the playoffs.
Gary Adornato joining us here in the booth. Gary, VSN, let's talk a little bit about what you guys are up to quickly.
We cover high school sports all throughout the metro area, so it's a very busy time. We just started all the state playoffs are coming up this week in lacrosse, and next week with baseball and softball, and of course all the great coverage of the MIAA stuff all over.
Yeah, the MIAA. You can't beat it.
No, it's the best league in America.
How's this one for you? 7 different schools have won the last 7 championships in the MIAA.
And it could be any one of them this year, right?
Yeah. Although it could be one of these too.
Well, they're the favorites now. They've earned that status.
Boys Latin starts the quarter with the man up. Fourth quarter brought to you by Whole Foods. This man up brought to you by Royal Farms. Little flip by Schilling. No flip, fake flip, shot goal. And the leg show pulling the wool over the eyes. I love the feed inside to the crease there. It's a man up goal. Lakers man up specialist Connor Kaplan. Little Cappy comes in. Looks like he's not doing much. Turns from 10 yards and bangs it home.
Late penalty there at the end of the previous quarter paid off for Boys Latin.
It certainly did. Gary, thanks for joining us, brother.
Thank you, Booker.
Always
Appreciate
good.
it.
Yep. Good to have you on
Great
board.
job with you and Bob.
I love Bob.
We all do.
The Lakers now 10-7.
Kind of a similar play to the last extra man that they have.
And they're winning faceoffs. Jake Glatz. Glatz is a warrior. Blake Gable for the Lakers doing a nice job as a defenseman. And now the patient clear might be the word of the day. They got to get it in the box.
Touched it in yet.
Baz Leyburn does get it in.
It's interesting. Calvert Hall has not gone back to their 10-man ride since somewhere in the middle of the, I think maybe the second quarter or at the end of the first quarter. Yeah. And BL just needed to be a little patient. You know, you always tell everybody when we're clearing, we have 6th. We have 7. The most they can have is 6. So we have to have an advantage somewhere. And if you're patient, you can find it. BL was patient then.
Kobe Russell rolls back, gives it to I. Here's Basil Aburn, son of the great Barney Aburn, goaltender for that 86 Carolina team. And, of course, his mom, Val. Let's not just make it about the dads here. Aburn pushes behind. Now it's Brandow. Brandow getting a little uptown pick.
Aburn pushes behind, throws the ball behind the goal. He's trying to swing it, Brandow, to the other side. But if it's not there, Aburn goes down and sets a screen for Brandow. Russell out here on this wing. BL's in a 1-4 set now. Russell is really dangerous on the wing. Great check. Great check, Peters. Great.
And a great ground ball pickup by Smith. And the Cards have a little break coming. Trailer action. Oh, yeah! The beast in me is caged by frail and fragile bars. Restless by day and at night. Rages at the stars.
Calvert Hall pushing transition. They keep their defensive midfielder, Colin Allen, on the field. He comes down. He's the trailer, we call that. Jacob finds him, and Allen scores his second goal on the game.
And they needed that. 10-8 is way more doable than 10-7. It's like they're a whole goal closer now, Bob. Wouldn't you agree?
Booker, your mathematics skills is remarkable.
Roanoke education puts the absolute best. Jake Glatz, phenomenal work. Ubriaco now checking it, and it goes back to Glatz. And Coach Farrell takes a TO. They are everybody's getting a little something, and the ref's giving him a little extra whistle because of the help he was getting. He was giving them some help. We'll step away. 10-8, Lakers over the Cards.
At Whole Foods Market, we believe in food that's naturally beautiful, fresh, and nutritious. So there are no artificial colors, no artificial flavors, no artificial preservatives in any of the food we sell. We believe in real food. Whole Foods Market.
The 2017 Under Armour Underclass Triathlon Tournament are the standard of the sport. Measure yourself against the top competition in your region as college coaches from every level flock to the tryouts to recruit talented lacrosse players. College recruiting is too competitive to miss out on this opportunity. Go to UnderArmourLacrosse.com for more information and to register now. And there we see the Lakers breaking the huddle. 9:31 to go. Booker Corrigan, Bob Shriver bringing the call. We are at Calvert Hall, but they trail by 2. Bob, what do you see the final score of this game? It's not going to be 10-8, right?
I think the first team to 12 is going to win.
Fair assessment. Fair assessment. We had the Lakers just use a timeout, gather some rest, set some strategy, talk to their guys. Are they taking their foot off the gas?
Absolutely not. They can't afford to take their foot off the gas because Calvert Hall is going to step out here and press a little bit. They've been pressing out all game. He's getting pushed from behind.
Yeah. Grimes pushes across the top. Here's I. Excuse me, not I.
Jamie Rice.
Rice. Oh, that's a moving pick.
Yes, it is. Absolutely. Very easy call.
Connor Mayer clears it for Calvert Hall. Fourth quarter brought to you by Whole Foods Market. Check out Whole Foods Market. Get everything on your list in one place, one great shop. Whole Foods Market. As DeBerry pushes up top, here's Brendan Curry. Curry, shot, goal, Brendan Curry! Rains down an ungodly firestorm upon you. You might have to call the United Nations to issue a binding resolution to keep him from destroying the earth.
Overplaying Curry to his right. He gets easy to his left. Understandable to overplay him to his right, but I don't think they realized he could shoot the ball that effectively left-handed. Big goal. Mistake at the other end, boys lad, moving pick. Calvert Hall gets the ball back, makes them pay.
And that's the key. They made them pay. And you have to do it the right way. Been a pretty clean game. They've missed some calls. We're going to start thinking about who's going to be the Under Armour underclass player of the game. Jake Glatz is up for it. Here's Aburn. Aburn, tuck, duck, save Dara. Liam Dara putting some body on that one. You like the way he uses his body to make saves. And there's both teams riding today. And now we got a big problem. Grimes, shot, no goal!
Huge save. Huge save in this game. He tried to go near side. The big guy got his body over there. I'm not sure whether he caught it with his body or his stick. Huge save.
And the Cards looking to feel the noise a little bit. Bad shot. Goalie gets the backup.
Well, there's Allen, who scored 2 goals in this game. He's a short stick defensive mid.
Yeah.
I think he's guilty of getting a
little
wide-eyed there.
Wide-eyed. This has been a game for the ages right now. This is just fantastic lacrosse. And there's that ride. Bugliosi knocks it down. He's got Jacob Kelly, gives it to him, runs through the check, shot, tied at 10. Mitzi Huggins, come on down.
Another ride. Bugliosi gets his stick up in a passing lane, knocks it down, throws it to Kelly. Kind of not a fair fight when you're scrambling to get in. Brandow threw a bad pass there. He really got too close to his defender on that far side. Bugliosi's kind of covering both of them, and he had to throw a little touch pass and he didn't get enough on it. He really needs to spread the Calvert Hall Riders out a little bit. He should have come back to this side of the field.
Tied at 10s. 10s is the tie.
We might look back at Dara's save when the score was 10-9 down there at the other end. And
that was a big-time save.
Big save.
Jake Glatz comes away. Grimes, late breaker. And it's checked away. Calvert Hall doing everything right now. Number 12, George Walsh, carrying it. And there's these teams both like to ride.
And a flag
there.
He did. That was a penalty.
He went down to hit him.
Yep. That was a penalty. Tremendous hustle over here. If they run this play back by Brandow, the attackman riding with Mason Russell. They squeezed defenseman right there. George Walsh got the ball on the ground. So we've seen both teams make tremendous plays riding in this game today.
30-second fouls brought to you this year by Royal Farms. Royal Farms, real fresh, real fast. Be sure to pick up a Royal Farms reward card today and register your card to earn points for every dollar spent, including special offers. Details at all ROFO locations and royalfarms.com. Real fresh, real fast. Grimes. Greg I rolling off. Up top to Brandow. Inside, Greg I.
Piped. He hit a pipe.
Post Toasties. Remember that breakfast cereal, Bob? Post Toasties?
I don't.
It was like before Cheerios.
I didn't eat that sugary stuff.
Cheerios? How about Bran Flakes? You eat that sugary stuff? What do you have for breakfast? Metamucil?
All even.
Lakers unable to capitalize as we are tied at 10.
Boys Latin has a matchup they like. I finally, for the first time today, has a shorty.
PJ Peters on the ball, and now they move it quickly. Peters, a respected defenseman.
I's been getting the pole the whole game. See if Calvert Hall's not intent on switching up that matchup. BL middies are pretty tired. I think that Russell, and Aburn get on the field so much that we've seen this happen a couple times this year. In the McDonough game last week, they really were pretty much out of gas.
Greg I not out of gas there. Dara makes quick work and a clean save, no rebound. But now the fun starts because they got to clear it. And BL and Calvert Hall are two teams that love to ride.
Coach Kelly has a timeout in his pocket. He actually has 2 timeouts in his pocket. If something's happening that he doesn't like, he'll use one. Possession here is much more important than anything.
Sawyer. This is Green, number 22, back to Sawyer. Grant Mitchell, number 25 now. Back to Green. Cole Herbert now playing behind. We're interested to see if he gets that backup. Daniel Kelly. Now Jacob Kelly. Behind Herbert. Pass knocked down on its way.
He had a chance to call a timeout there, and he didn't. And fortunately, they got the ball back.
Dump pass underneath to Herbert. And Bugliosi now gathers as the ball skitters towards the near sideline.
Boys Latin had what they wanted the second ago. They fed the ball inside where all the sticks are. They got the ball on the ground, and Calvert Hall picked it up.
And there's your shot clock. 30 seconds to get a shot on goal. Mitchell quickly to Bugliosi. Now it's Green. Herbert pops off, and it's Kelly. Kelly shot wide with 14 seconds left on the shot clock. Herbert behind to Kelly up top. Shot again wide with 5 seconds left on the shot clock. And that's a shot, pass over the head. It's going to be BL ball no matter what. With 3:53 to go, that's a defensive stop that Coach Brian Farrell has got to love.
And desperately needed, I might add. They've just given up 2 straight goals. Yep. Calvert Hall, I would say, had all the momentum. Nice defensive stand there.
Kobe Russell shares it with Brandow. And here's Schilling.
BL comes back again with their first midfield. Mentioned this a second ago. These kids have been on the field a lot. Russell's dangerous from here. Russell is very dangerous from the wing.
Greg I up top, now it's Schilling. Greg I wanted a little give and go there, no dice. Schilling sweeps. Here's Russell, goal line extended, his favorite spot.
He's got 2 on him.
Pulls a crazy Ivan up at the top hash mark.
Calvert Hall screaming for a shot clock. There it is. They got their wish.
And Russell will isolate against Allen.
Aburn going to be running downhill here.
Gets it behind Brandow.
Grimes behind the goal. They got him hung up.
Oh, what a shot fake by Basil Aburn, and that takes the shot clock off. Does BL know it?
It's off.
Yep, no shot clock, and it doesn't reset.
Yeah, it resets.
No, it doesn't.
No, you're right. Right, correct. It's turned off.
Yes.
Excuse me.
It does not reset. It's not like basketball where then you get another 35.
Well, Darrow has stood on his head here in the fourth quarter. He's made 2 or 3 right there. Really wonderful saves, terrific saves, and another one.
Great ground
Calvert
ball.
Hall's under him. The midfield for BL is extremely gassed.
Yes,
They've got a 5-on-3. Calvert Hall might just call a timeout.
If I'm Calvert Hall, there's no way. We will step away. 10-10 your score. 1:37 to go. MIAA Lacrosse at its best. The 2017 Under Armour Underclass Tryout and Tournament are the standard of the sport. Measure yourself against the top competition in your region as college coaches from every level flock to the tryouts to recruit talented lacrosse players. College recruiting is too competitive to miss out on this opportunity. Go to UnderArmourLacrosse.com for more information and to register now.
At Whole Foods Market, we believe in food that's naturally beautiful, fresh, and nutritious. So there are no artificial colors, no artificial flavors, no artificial preservatives in any of the food we sell. We believe in real food. Whole Foods Market.
Fourth quarter, 10-10, Booker Corrigan, Bob Shriver. Bob, let's just pretend you coach at BL. What are you coming out with out of the timeout?
Well, you're coming out in the zone. You're coming out in the zone defense that's been, once they settled down, I think after the first quarter, it's been extremely effective. They gave up 3 goals early in the first quarter, but most of Calvert Hall's goals since then have been of the unsettled variety, and the zone has worked extremely effectively. So they're very comfortable in it. Calvert Hall, on the other hand, they've had some shots, but I wouldn't say they've had incredibly high-level shots, although if Bugliosi gets his hands free up here at the 15-yard line, that's a high-level shot.
Yes, it is. Bugliosi's proven he can break a zone. It's just a matter of hands-free, time, and room. Or as my man Eamon would say, time, room, bullseye. 1:05 left now, fourth quarter, brought to you by Whole Foods Market. What a day.
Calvert Hall would love to get this ball for a shot in Jacob Kelly's hands.
And now we get a timeout.
Bugliosi or Curry, one of those 3 guys, they'd love to have the ball in their stick.
Now let's Calvert Hall, what have they done to beat this zone, or what have they stopped doing? Because they got a couple goals early, right? Against the zone, they were moving, they were cutting without it. If you're at Calvert Hall right now, you're in that huddle talking about what?
Well, Boys Latin really made mistakes on all of their goals earlier in the game by not sliding properly. Once the zone, you have to move it. You got to rotate properly. And Calvert Hall took advantage of bad rotations. So far, since then, Boys Latin seems to have settled down. Coach Farrell and the defensive coaches have done a better job of making sure that when they have to rotate, that they're rotating properly. Calvert Hall, on the other hand, they really want to get BL spinning. They want BL to be spinning. They would like to step into a gap, maybe dodge somebody, try to force that rotation, zip the ball, and get it in Bugliosi or Curry's hands for a step down.
Omari DeBerry, very dangerous. And the thing that I want our viewers to understand is, Bob, in the first quarter, when Calvert Hall was successful against the zone, they were doing stuff to make the zone make mistakes.
A little bit, yes. I don't think there's any question.
Yeah,
However, I still say that it was Calvert Hall reacting to bad plays by BL, and they're taking beautiful advantage of it.
Yes.
Calvert Hall has pretty much everybody up in front of the goal. They're swinging Sawyer back behind. Kelly's going behind. Boys Latin doesn't mind that too much.
Nope. Kelly now up to Brendan Curry.
Shot clock is on. There was 41 seconds when they put it on. Calvert Hall would love to take a shot here to end the game with less than 15 seconds left.
Here's Curry. Now it's DeBerry.
They're going to roll off Bugliosi here, try to get him on the wing. Fake flip.
Bugliosi shot. Save Brandow. Kicked out wide. Hot, sloppy mess. Ubriaco comes up with it for the time being. And Brendan Curry, what a ground ball scoop with 8 seconds left. Underneath, shot goes wide. Great backup.
Has a timeout that I think they're going to use.
He's called. I saw a motion for it, but if you use it, then you're letting them set something up.
Okay. With 4 seconds left, the one thing that they'll do everything they can is they'll put somebody on the ball so he doesn't get a free release into the crease. That's pretty much all you can really do. He might be able to throw it to the top of the box, but that's a long pass. They'll stick somebody on the ball to really stay ball side oriented on the defensive end.
And how about the fact that they changed the rule now that it's good if it goes, where if it leaves your stick, that changes 4 seconds.
It does.
I mean, in the old days, 4 seconds was basically nothing, especially with the ball behind the goal. Now you can get it up, and you guy can get a shot off from outside.
Cool play here might be for Calvert Hall to take the ball on the end line, break a pole over the midline, and let him step down from 30 yards.
You know who used that?
Roanoke College to win the NCAA championship against Hobart.
Yeah,
Paul Griffin at the helm.
And Bob Rotan's the one who scored the goal. Ladies and gentlemen, there's not much that gets by us. I don't know how we got there, but we ended up there. But yeah, obviously they're not going to run a pole over.
Boys Latin, I think, should be a little bit intent on sloughing off here a little bit. They got Reagan McNamara backing up some.
If nobody down the crease, Jacob Kelly starting with the ball with 4 seconds. Referee backs him up. Kelly bounce pass. Curry tried to get it, and ladies and gentlemen, we know how to pick them. We're going overtime. We'll step away.
At Whole Foods Market, we believe in food that's naturally beautiful, fresh, and nutritious. So there are no artificial colors, no artificial flavors, no artificial preservatives in any of the food we sell. We believe in real food. Whole Foods Market.
The Summer Rumble is headed back to Richmond June 10th and 11th and will feature top quality competition from the USA and Canada on River City Sportsplex 12 turf fields. Your high school and youth level teams will thrive in this year's championship tournament in front of college coaches from Divisions 1, 2, and 3. Start your summer at the best run event with coolers on every bench, shade tent for every team, and an event that is fueled by Gatorade. Go to cselax.com for details and register now. Corrigan Sports Enterprises is a full-service sports marketing and event management company. Every detail from marketing, public relations, logistics, and cleanup, Corrigan Sports Enterprises handles events from conception to fruition. The premier lacrosse and field hockey recruiting tournaments and high-profile running events. Corrigan Sports Enterprises. If you can dream it, we'll make it happen. 10-10 your score. Bob, you made a prediction earlier.
I said earlier that the first team to 12 was going to win this game. I really can emphatically state that I made a mistake, but I will tell you the first to 11 will.
You're 100% sure the first team to 11 wins?
I think so.
Are we going 1 overtime or 2? I'm taking 2.
I think this thing's going to be over within the first 2 minutes of overtime.
Okay, that's a fair bet. Jake Glatz going against Michael Autry. Ubriaco probes in. Calvert Hall comes away. Ubriaco goes over the head. Calvert Hall Lakers. This is an overtime class. Bugliosi steps it in. No timeout right now. Coach Kelly has a referee right next to him. Nobody behind the goal now. You would watch a backup. There they go. Now they got Jacob Kelly back there. Omari DeBerry possesses.
Calvert Hall's changed their set a little bit. They're putting Kelly behind the goal, and this time, instead of Sawyer going back there, they have Jacob Kelly back there.
Kelly drives
Ubriaco
lefty.
better get up. This guy's free. Nope.
DeBerry probes but pulls out. Kelly. Here's Bugliosi. Daniel Kelly open on the left wing. Little pass and catch now by Calvert Hall.
They could get a shot clock here in a second.
Reagan McNamara, there it is. There's your shot clock. Reagan McNamara doing a good job affecting passing lanes. Stalking a little bit, if you will. DeBerry to Bugliosi. Bugliosi steps in, comes back lefty. Shot saved. Brandow rakes it in. The Lakers get that stop they needed, but now you're right in Calvert Hall's. You got to clear it, and they love to ride. Great catch on the far side, and the Lakers touch it in. And a timeout by Coach Farrell. So, Bob, your Coach Farrell, your Coach Ubriaco, or Brian Nee, what do you like? What are you looking to set up?
They've had some success with down screens today. They haven't used it a lot, but they've had success with some down screens. One of the reasons Calvert Hall had a chance to tie this game is because somebody had a moving pick on one of those down screens. I'm sure that's something they're talking about, but one thing that they have to remind these guys is Calvert Hall could come out in the zone. They haven't played a zone all day. I doubt if they would do that, but it's a contingency that you have to be ready for if you're on offense.
And so if you're Calvert Hall, do you dare go into a zone? I can't stand that call. Would you go into a zone?
They haven't done it yet, so it could be a little bit of a change-up, but highly unlikely that they would do it.
But it's still, again, you have to process that. You have to teach the young men. These are high school kids. They got a lot of pressure on them, a lot of weight on their shoulders, but they're still high school kids. When it's all said and done.
Boys Latin, I believe, I'm just taking a guess, but in this offensive set, they're going to really want to have the ball, if at all possible, in Matt Brandow's stick to make a decision.
Yep. And we just saw a great replay of the save by Chris Brandow on the Bugliosi shot with 2 minutes left in the overtime.
BL's come out with a different midi here running on this first group. They put in Tucker Booth, who's very, very skilled inside. He's coming over here to set a pick for Brandow.
Brandow, overhand shot. Dara bodies it away, now gets it back. Has a man breaking up the field. Ironically, when when one was looking at the other wasn't looking at them. They get it to the short stick. Nice move. Nifty little cut there by Connor Mayer.
I think. They elected not to. Offensive coordinator Dave Huntley says, please do not call that timeout.
Yeah.
We like the personnel Boys Latin has on the field.
Now, BL did get their long stick in. They did get a couple short sticks in, but it's still, they haven't been talked to. And sometimes you feel better when a high school kid's been talked to. DeBerry over the top, Curry. Kelly coming from behind. Underneath now, Curry. Curry pump fakes, comes around right-handed. 40 seconds in the overtime. DeBerry to Kelly, now Jake Kelly. Jacob Kelly possesses behind, and timeout by Coach Brian Kelly. Okay, we're going to step away just briefly. 10-10 your score. We are in OT.
At Kelly, we provide integrated total benefits, payroll, and workforce management solutions for employers of every size. Save time and control costs. Visit kellyway.com.
At Whole Foods Market, we believe in food that's naturally beautiful, fresh, and nutritious. So there are no artificial colors, no artificial flavors, no artificial preservatives in any of the food we sell. We believe in real food. Whole Foods Market.
Diversified Insurance Industries. Commercial and personal insurance, risk management, and specialty programs. Get more information and contact an advisor at dii-ins.com. 30 seconds left in the first overtime, Bob.
You called 2. I said I thought it would be over in 2 minutes. Wrong again. I apologize.
I want you to know that's a sincere apology for Bob. A sincere apology as Sawyer carries behind now. I like his action behind Brendan Curry up top. Little roll off. Back. No dice. They're looking for a Kelly on the far side there. Daniel Kelly.
Not shy. Freshman is definitely not shy.
Yeah. Well, he only had 5 goals against McDonough on this field in front of these cameras. So, oh, and it sails it. And I'm a little closer to my prediction with 13 seconds left. I like they set it the length of the field. And I don't know if they call that a shot. I can't call that a shot. The goalie was in the goal. There's no way you can call that a shot. It's not like Calvert Hall's going to score either.
We're going to see one coming back the other way.
Yeah, now they have just guys. Oh, it's like ping pong. Jake Kelly. Pass goes into the inside. No fouls. Help him up. Class Acts MIAA lacrosse action. Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Huddles, camps, teams, building three-dimensional athletes and coaches.
The Intercollegiate Men's Lacrosse Coaches Association will be presenting its first ever official recruiting event this summer. All the action takes place June 16th to the 18th at Lebanon Valley College, with hundreds of college coaches from all levels watching the teams, leading instructional sessions, and speaking at recruiting seminars. Go to IMLCANationalCup.com to learn more. The IMLCA National Cup, it's more than just a tournament.
The 2017 Under Armour Underclass Tryout and Tournament are the standard of the sport. Measure yourself against the top competition in your region as college coaches from every level flock to the tryouts to recruit talented lacrosse players. College recruiting is too competitive to miss out on this opportunity. Go to UnderArmourLacrosse.com for more information and to register now.
The 2 top teams in the MIAA have given the people what they, just like the Kings, give the people what they want. Double overtime. And it looked like Jake Glatz jumped just a smidge early there. That'll give Calvert Hall possession, although they had possession for most of the first overtime. DeBerry.
You can't keep giving a good team too many chances. This is Calvert Hall's 3rd possession in overtime. They had 2 in the first overtime. This is the first one in the second overtime. You just can't hold good teams down forever.
Bugliosi up top. Here's Brendan Curry. Getting a pick from Daniel Kelly. Runs back by. Low angle shot. Goes wide. DeBerry with the backup. What a day for lacrosse, Bob.
Gorgeous spring afternoon.
Sawyer to Jacob Kelly. Brendan Curry cuts. Now it's Daniel Kelly. Bugliosi likes that swim move, sweeps. Here's DeBerry. Daniel Kelly shot. Went for that low corner, just missed.
So the hardest guy to cover, I think, in the zone is the guy out on the wing, especially when they have an overloaded side. Does he take the wing guy or does he stay back behind to the behind guy and hope that the top midi steps down? That time BL got caught in betwixt and in between. Yep. Kelly got his hands free.
I like in betwixt and in between. I like that. I'm going to incorporate that. DeBerry catches with Bugliosi. By the way, Bob, my Twitter is blowing up right now. If you want to tweet me, it's at Booker Corrigan. Bob, what's your Twitter handle?
I have no idea what that is.
Somehow I knew that. Curry sweeps across the top, behind it, Jacob Kelly. Little sliver here. Now it's Curry. Bugliosi to DeBerry. DeBerry shot. You can feel it.
So there's that play where you're kind of stuck. They overloaded that far side.
In between and in between.
In between, and you got to step down to the wing guy. DeBerry was free up top. So
Jacob Kelly, Curry, cutting shot goal. Brendan Curry. Bob, Brendan Curry.
No question. You bang the game winner in the second overtime, you're going to be a player of the game, I think.
And let's be honest now, Calvert Hall had a lot of guys who scored different goals. But Brendan Curry was there when they needed him, and throughout the game, he was doing stuff up and down the field.
He was, and I still go back to number 5, the tenacious and competitive rider. He put the ball on the ground a couple times. I think Jacob Kelly was the beneficiary of a couple of his plays for goals, and either Bugliosi or Jacob Kelly would be the other game winners.
Players in the Under Armour, underclass players.
And I'm going to leave that back up to you, but we got to put Brendan Curry in there. What a game, what a finish. Ironically, the one play where a zone defense likes you to throw the ball was inside. If Boys Latin didn't do a good job of checking up inside, Curry got free. Kelly got it to him in a perfect spot. All he had to do was dunk it.
11-10 your final score in double overtime. Somebody else was right about their double overtime prediction, Bob. How about that?
Unbelievable.
Yeah, even a broken clock's right twice a day. We'll be back with Jacob Kelly and Brendan Curry, your Under Armour underclass players of the game. Go to UnderArmourLacrosse.com to learn more.
At Whole Foods Market, we believe in food that's naturally beautiful, fresh, and nutritious. So there are no artificial colors, no artificial flavors, no artificial preservatives in any of the food we sell. We believe in real food. Whole Foods Market.
The Summer Rumble is headed back to Richmond June 10th and 11th and will feature top quality competition from the USA and Canada on River City Sportsplex 12 turf fields. Your high school and youth level teams will thrive in this year's championship tournament in front of college coaches from Divisions 1, 2, and 3. Start your summer at the best run event with coolers on every bench, shade tent for every team, and an event that is fueled by Gatorade. Go to CSELax.com for details and register now. Corrigan Sports Enterprises is a full-service sports marketing and event management company. Every detail from marketing, public relations, logistics, and cleanup, Corrigan Sports Enterprises handles events from conception to fruition. The premier lacrosse and field hockey recruiting tournaments and high-profile running events. Corrigan Sports Enterprises. If you can dream it, we'll make it happen. At Kelly, we provide integrated total benefits, payroll, and workforce management solutions for employers of every size. Save time and control costs. Visit kellyway.com.
At Whole Foods Market, we believe in food that's naturally beautiful, fresh, and nutritious. So there are no artificial colors, no artificial flavors, no artificial preservatives in any of the food we sell. We believe in real food. Whole Foods Market.
Diversified Insurance Industries. Commercial and personal insurance, risk management, and specialty programs. Get more information and contact an advisor at dii-ins.com. Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Huddles, camps, teams, building three-dimensional athletes and coaches.
The Intercollegiate Men's Lacrosse Coaches Association will be presenting its first ever official recruiting event this summer. All the action takes place June 16th to the 18th at Lebanon Valley College, with hundreds of college coaches from all levels watching the teams, leading instructional sessions, and speaking at recruiting seminars. Go to IMLCANationalCup.com to learn more. The IMLCA National Cup, it's more than just a tournament.
Hey now, Booker Corrigan here with Jacob Kelly, Brendan Curry, the Under Armour players of the game. Absolutely fantastic occasion. Jacob, I'm going to get to you in a minute. Brendan, how do you feel?
I don't know. I'm just,
you know, yeah.
Just a great team win. We fought back on that. We had to fight back on that one.
You guys were down a little bit. Now you just scored the game winner. How do you count? That's the kind of excitement. You got a lot of funk in your bag. Nice cut.
Thank you. Yeah.
Do you think Jacob had you?
Yeah. Yeah. We got each other in practice. We knew. He knew I was open. What?
I just love the look on his face. He's so excited. Absolutely awesome game. Between the restraining lines, too, right? Defense, offense. I mean, you're a midi. This guy's an attackman. He leans on his stick for defense.
I mean, I'm not known as a defender. I mean, I played attack last year, but I was lucky. Some balls literally just rolling right to me. So I just got to ran through them and take him down to the other end. But.
Now, Jacob, winning assist. Did you see him? Did you feel? Did you know he was coming?
I saw him coming a few plays earlier. I probably could have hit him then, but I knew he was going to be there. We go over that a lot in practice, so.
You ever go through in the backyard like, okay, overtime against BL, cut?
Brendan and I, we've had some competitive backyard battles, him and I, so definitely.
Well, this one, you guys were on the same team, though. Did you know that?
Yeah, I knew that. Thank God, too. That was great. I'm glad he's on my team.
Bless up, right? Yes, bless. What did you think when you guys were down by 2 for so long? Like, you get within 1, and boom, they're up by 2. They're up by 2.
I mean, we just started defending the middle a little bit better. And we rode well down on the attack end and then kind of gave up some, like, defensive or long pole goals. And once we kind of cleaned that up, we had confidence in our guys that we'd fight.
You guys did give up some long pole goals. What's up?
I don't know. I mean, that's never happened to us, but I'm glad we cleaned it up. So,
yeah. Absolutely fantastic action. Now, Brendan, what's next on your social calendar? What do you got scheduled? It's a Tuesday, so you obviously have nothing. Prom already came and went, right?
Yeah, we got the NDP playoff game after this, 5:30.
Oh, right on, man. Yeah, I won't keep you too long for that. Yeah.
I know, big game.
Are you more excited for that or for this?
Oh, definitely this.
Yeah,
definitely this.
So.
Yeah.
I suspected.
Yeah, a little boring over there.
What do you like the most that we do on the broadcast?
Oh, you, just definitely.
Just the quotes?
Just hilarious.
Let some rip today. I brought some new stuff, too.
All right, we'll go listen. Yeah, we'll definitely go listen.
Listen to him. He's already jumping in. I can't wait. Yeah, it'll be fun. You'll enjoy it. We had 10,000 viewers today. What do you want to say to them? Wow. And by the way, Brent, have you noticed that he started every response with the word which actually isn't even a word. Right, watch this. How did you feel the attack played today?
Played well. We played well. Got our shots. We had a few in overtime. We probably could have canned a little earlier, but.
Okay, and in all seriousness, the Calvert Hall ride is as good a ride as I've seen in my time in the MIAA. Yeah. How often do you work on it? Because it's not something that you practice a lot.
I mean, every day. That's something that JT and I and Daniel pride ourselves on, and even the coaches and the middies are just as big a part of that as we are. So, I mean, we did look good today. It's looked good all year.
When you say middies, you mean just the ball taxis.
Yeah, I
mean, I was an attackman, right? We know what you were standing down here, like, bring us the, you're the taxi, bring us the ball. Yo, taxi. Boom, now we're going to go play. Did you hear that? He just called you a ball taxi.
You know, I'm just trying to get back on D a little bit.
Having some fun with my boys, Jacob Kelly, Brendan Curry, the Under Armour Underclass Players of the Game. You played in the Under Armour event last year, am I right?
Yeah, I did.
Worth it?
It's been
that was a full, like that was a 2-second
It was a struggle. But
it's tough.
I loved it. I mean, playing with other guys, like, got to play with Luke Schilling, like guys like that. I mean, it's cool. So
it is totally cool. Go to UnderArmourLacrosse.com and register now for the tryout. It is fantastic all around the country. The one thing that Baltimore has that just kills them sometimes is everybody's gunning for them.
Yeah.
Everybody's setting their sights by did you beat Baltimore?
Wants to beat Baltimore. Everyone wants to beat us. So.
The best. And I say we. I'm part of Philadelphia, dude.
We count you as one of our own. So
I appreciate that. But that's nice. Jacob Kelly, Brendan Curry, they both played better than I did today.